Time has come for us to address the floor. This is not the floor we really wanted, but we had no other choice. And in this video, we're finally gonna deal with the ugly concrete floor and have a nice floor. After half a year of living with it, we are ready to move on to something a bit nicer. First thing we're gonna do, remove the bathtub, remove the toilet, and then we can start laying down the floor. It's gonna be pretty easy and quick. We're not doing anything special. Okay, my eyes actually look so good. Why does it look so good? White walls with a white arc looks so good. Does it? That door needs a paint. Wow.
Okay.
Water, check the water.
Are we going?
Uh-huh.
Are we going? I think we'll just put it like out here. Like here, yeah. So the bathroom is empty. I mean, we only had to take two things out. We're not taking out the pump. We will be lifting it off so we can put the floor. And while we're waiting for some of the pitch patch water mess to dry a bit more, we actually forgot in the past video to remove the tape after painting the walls. So while we're waiting for the floor to dry a bit more, we're just gonna go ahead and remove the tape so we can actually see how the room looks without the tape. So let's see, how much did we paint behind? Ooh, pretty nice. And I think I don't see any green. So I think that's a pretty good job done. Here it's a bit of a mess, but maybe we could clean that. But from far away you can't tell that. You really have to go in the shower. Nice. Ideally now, what we would like to do is, well, one of the things would be just to put self-leveling cement and put tiles on top. But ideally for us, what we would really love to do right now is to rip out the floors, put the water pipes down, put heated floors, insulation, and then put the tiles on top. But that means a lot of work, no bathroom, and it's kind of dumb since we're really close on kind of getting a bathroom in the tiny house. So we have decided to go with a cheaper, quicker option, which is linoleum floor. Not the most prettiest, but it's gonna be a quick solution for hopefully a 2-3 years. Plan is to move to the tiny house and hopefully redo the whole bottom floor properly, heated floors and pipes. So kind of putting self-leveling cement and tiles would be waste of time and waste of resources. So we're just gonna go with a cheaper option. That is gonna do for now, hopefully. We are not going again with laminate floor. That did not work, even though there is some really good laminate floors, but they're also pretty pricey. So we wanna stay quite low on budget and waste as little money as possible so we can save up for the bigger project. So yeah, with that said, let's get all the things we need for this temporary floor and make it nice. Another option is, now that I'm thinking, we could also epoxy it but to have this rustic look, but no thank you, and I think that would also be really expensive. Epoxy is not cheap. So yeah, let's get the plastic sheet, go outside, cut it, measure it, cut it, and lay it down, and then get the floor on.
What do you think?
Okay, 2 by 250.
2 by 250?
No, 2 by 260. 220? No, it's exactly 2? 205.
6 centimeters in that spot, because it could be different every spot. And we need to go first from there. Here we are 3 meters.
3 meters? Wow.
And from the wall, what's the actual room?
Like from here?
260.
Ooh, I was correct.
So, we need, how much is it from there?
What do you mean? The centimeters?
290, so let's say
30
for plastic sheet we got 3 meters, so we can cut it after.
Okay.
3 meters by 250.
2. Okay.
So we can go a bit on the edges.
Okay.
This is huge though.
It's also starting to drizzle a bit, and that reminds me of covering the tiny house.
Let's cover the port.
Let's cover the port. Only difference is that it's a bit colder. Okay.
That looks really straight cut.
Maybe we should cut that a bit straighter.
Let's start here.
Change of plans. We figured out that it works better that way, so we gotta redo those two. So now comes the actual floor. So below we put the plastic sheet and we put this one. We did the same thing last time as well, but the cause of it getting all moldy and rotten was because we had a leaking problem over there. The concrete below does not get wet. It only got wet from top to bottom. The moisture does not rise from the bottom. So I think we're going to be pretty good. And hopefully, as long as this one doesn't get any water through it, which that's why I went with one solid big plastic piece, it should be fine. And Evie left us a little present over here. She scratched her nails. Hi, Evie. Bringing us back like always to remember her, I guess. So yeah, and by the way, it has been over half a year since we bought the floor and we do not remember what we bought. So, huh?
Gray.
Gray? Gray was your brother's apartment.
Ah, that's literally what I thought we bought.
Ooh, sexy.
I really thought it was gray.
Actually, you thought it was gray?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess it's the apartment.
It's in the apartment we bought the gray, and this one is nice. It's like fluffy. Look at that. It's like
it's
really good quality.
Like nice fluff.
And I have to say that this one, within 3 months, the price of it went double. When we wanted to buy it for David's brother's apartment, this one was double the price. We paid €6 a square meter, and now they had it for like 12 or 14. And it's really nice, thick, high quality one. So I hope it lasts quite a bit. I was actually scared because I remember from the apartment we had this super skinny one because we went full on budget there. This one actually feels really premium. Feels really nice and thick because David was scared that the scratches will go through, but they don't go through. And it has like a bit of a fluff to it. I don't know if you can see it. It has a bit of a fluff.
Texture as well.
Ooh, and it has a bit of a wood texture. Okay, it might not look that bad after all. Our cheap solution might actually look good.
Okay.
I'm excited. Okay, so I probably need David to do it, or at least help me, because we just pretty much, honestly...
The hardest thing is going under the pipe and the pump.
So pretty much we just unroll it, and the only thing we have to mess around is with this pipe, that pipe, and the pump. And that's gonna be it. Which pipe?
The one under it.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean we gotta scoop it under. Okay, well, but at least we have to unroll it. We don't need to cut it to shape, so.
Yeah, we bought it
pretty good. Size. Yeah, last thing, actually, we're really lucky because this is the standard size. Like, she didn't cut it that way. She only cut it that way. So it is exactly 2 meters and the room is 2 meters 5. So it fits perfect. Really good. Okay, that should be quick and easy. And yeah, I can't wait to get that green off and see the whole room with it.
You can't really test it unless you want to...
So do we go all the way?
Unless you want to bring the roll here. I lift the pump and you pull it under the pump?
No, I think maybe we could do...
Do you think it's easier to pull or roll the roll under? We can't roll there. The pipe is in your way. So.
Going back now. Hopefully we have stretched it enough.
Did not want to scrape the paint, but I did.
Forever green is back. this should be the last time it's coming out actually. Well, going back in.
The floors are finally done. It's a huge improvement for 1 hour of work, and it's definitely a lot better than the concrete. It's cleaner and it's also waterproof. So now we can also wash and clean the room. So we can go with the wet, and also if you splash down, you can just dry it off with a towel. It's not wood that's gonna soak it up, and it's also not uncleanable. The concrete was not, you know, you cannot just really go over and clean it. This is much more manageable and a lot better for us now temporarily. Instead of dumping a lot of effort and money to put tiles down and make it nice and beautiful and then rip it out with a jackhammer in a few years, it's gonna be quite sad. So we rather than do it like this and focus our money and our time on other projects, because this one just needs to function for now, and we need to focus on the tiny house and get that one done, and then we're gonna have a bathroom, secondary bathroom, because now it is impossible to rip this apart without leaving ourselves with no place to go to toilet or to shower. So that would be pretty bad. I don't think we want to have that. Next up, we might be doing the coverage of the bathtub or furniture, or also getting on with the tiling and have it finished. So there's a few more things left on the list to do. We still have to add edging around the floor so we make it nice and closed up, so it just looks a bit better. Those are really cheap and inexpensive, the plastic ones, and also it's gonna hook the floor down. Currently it's kind of wavy, so we can also hook the floor kind of down to the corners and edges. But realistically, we're not gonna get rid of this bubbliness because we're not sticking it down like it's meant to. We're just kind of laying it like on floating. The green stuff is meant for that harder floors, the laminated floors. We are not using the right underneath. It's supposed to just go on flat concrete or flat surface, so with glue. But I think for now it's gonna work great. So that's kind of pretty much it with the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think in the comments about the floor. If you like the color, I think it looks pretty nice and it's pretty soft and fluffy. So yeah, we're gonna see you in the next time whenever we continue on with the next thing, whatever we decide it is.